talked yesterday about Pythagorean Theorem. And Pythagorean Theorem only works, Alea, on what kind of triangles? Right. It only works on right triangles. So on our quiz and on our worksheet, we only had right triangles, or else we couldn't have used Pythagorean Theorem. But we know that there are other triangles out there. Not all triangles are right triangles, right? Yep. Right? Get it? Okay, so, Dimitri, if a triangle is right, then a squared plus b squared equals c squared. What's the converse of that statement? Reverse. Reverse my statement. Switch. Switch the green parts. No, I haven't said the sentence yet. Kendall, what is the converse of that sentence? Say it out loud, the whole sentence. If. Nope. Lewis M., what's the converse of that? If. Raise your hand if you can say the converse out loud. Torin. If. Raise your hand if you can. Yes. Let's go, Austin.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared is a right triangle.
That's all I wanted. Thank you. If this statement is true, then it is a right triangle. So that's how, if I throw a triangle at you and there's no box on my triangle, you can figure out if it's a right triangle or not by doing Pythagorean Theorem. If Pythagorean Theorem is true, then it's a right triangle. If Pythagorean Theorem is false, then it's not a right triangle. It just looks like one. So try this one on your page. If a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then the triangle is a right triangle. Since we're doing the converse today, I did write Pythagorean Theorem backwards on purpose. So please write it backwards in your notes on purpose. If c squared equals a squared plus b squared, then it's a right triangle. So, Megan, which side is C in this triangle? Which one's C? 50. Very good. How'd you pick 50?
I guess.
Oh, okay. Who knows why 50 is C? There is no hypotenuse. It's not a right triangle yet. What'd you say, Nasia?
The biggest one.
Biggest number. So you need to grab the largest number. Whichever number that is, grab the largest one. That is C. Then you ask your calculator, does 50 squared equal, and then it doesn't matter who's A and who's B. That part doesn't matter. So go to your calculator. 50 squared. Go. Oh, you got your calculator. Yay. You took a quiz. 50 squared. Go. No, we're not dividing. 50 squared. Then I want you to do 16 squared plus 48 squared. Do those equal the same thing? Are they equal?
No.
Oh, no. They are not equal. So is that right there a right triangle?
No.
Do I put a box right here?
No.
No. It looks like it doesn't deserve one. You're right. It looks like a right triangle, but we just used the converse of Pythagorean Theorem when we said we proved it's not a right triangle. Okay. Try that one.
It's off by 60.
A triangle with side lengths 13, 84, and 85. Is it a right triangle? So you're testing, does c squared equal a squared plus b squared? It's a yes or no question. So in your notes, you should be doing, does 85, question mark, does it equal 13 squared plus 84 squared? And the general consensus is?
Yes.
Yes! So, is it a right triangle? The answer is yes. That one is a right triangle. So, what? Oh, what's 85 squared? A large number. A very large number. 7,225. Then you go to your calculator. 13 squared plus 84 squared. You get 7,220. And that is equal. No, that's a great question. Thank you for asking, Megan, because I wasn't being clear. Thank you. So, let's say someone's building a ramp. And they know the size of the wood they picked. They know the size. Can I put your phone away, please? They can figure out if they really did make a right angle here. They can figure it out By using the converse of Pythagorean theorem to make sure their ramp really does stand upright, really is a right angle. They could use it because they know the length of the wood they bought. They have a ruler, they have a measuring tape. All right. So Julius, what are we going to do if it's not right? What is it?
No square plus no square.
Julius, if it's not right, then it must be blank or blank. Shh, Julius. If it's not a right triangle, what are its choices? No, that has to do with side lengths. We're talking about angles. Yeah, okay. It must be acute or obtuse. So now we have to figure out which one it is. Is it acute or is it obtuse? I don't know. Let's find out.
Well, if it's small, then it's
No, but I just gave you the numbers. So let's say I go back to this triangle right here.
small.
Is it small? Okay, this triangle. We said, nope, that's not a right triangle, guys. So is that acute or obtuse?
No, it's cute.
I don't know.
We don't know yet. You should know yet.
Cute.
We'll come back to it. We'll find out. What was 50 squared, by the way?
What?
20.
Go back.
500.
It was like 2,500.
And what was 16 squared plus 48 squared?
25, 60. It was off by 60, like, right?
C squared ended up being
Small.
smaller. So we're going to learn what that means in a second.
It means it's right?
So here, this is called Geometry Sketchpad. It's a geometry program. And I drew a right triangle, and I squared each side. That's what, did you know when you're squaring something, you're actually making a square out of it? Like when you square A, you're actually finding the area of the square. It actually means you're squaring it. Anyways, and that's C squared, and that's B squared. Anyways, if it's right, I know this is hard to see. Can y'all see this? If it's right, then A squared plus B squared should equal C squared. So this is 118.14, and this is 118.14. That's a right triangle. Now I'm going to drag it and make sure it's not a right triangle anymore. I'm going to make it, what do you want to be first?
Obtuse.
Obtuse. Okay. Let's make this obtuse. Okay, there we go. Is that obtuse yet?
Yeah.
There, now it's obtuse. This angle is now greater than 90. So let's see what happened. C squared is now 289.7. And A squared plus B squared is 227.3. So what happened? Which one's bigger?
Smaller.
The C squared is bigger.
Oh, so then that was acute.
Oh. Okay, so now let's make it acute. Let's see if Miss Stanton can make it acute. Nope, wrong way. There we go. That is an acute triangle because all of those are less than 90. All three of those are less than 90.
C squared is smaller.
Can you tell? C squared is 317, and A squared plus B squared is 432. Which one's bigger? A squared plus B squared. C squared is smaller. C squared is smaller. So that's the moral of this story. So wait, yeah, let's go back. C squared was smaller. That's a less than sign. So that was an acute triangle. Okay. So that's how we tell using the sides. So write this in your notes. If the triangle is not right, it is acute or obtuse. Which one is it? You need, the key to this whole lesson is to write Pythagorean theorem backwards. You need to write it backwards every time or you're going to get confused. If C squared is bigger, it's obtuse. If C squared is smaller, it's acute. Bigger, obtuse. Smaller, acute. Less than sign, acute. Greater than sign, obtuse. We can handle that, right?
No.
Greater than is obtuse and less than is acute. We can handle it, yeah.
When you classify it, that's when you put the less than or greater.
No, well, classify means write acute or obtuse. It means name it. Like if I classified you, you'd be classified as a female. It's a label. A classification is a label. Okay.
Tater tot.
Or I could classify you, someone as a sophomore. That's a label. We're labeling it. We're naming it. Yeah. Classify it. Order it. Organize it. Okay, so one thing I need to remind you of. This is old news. This is old news. Last semester we learned that to even make a triangle, when you add two sides, the sum have to be greater than the third side. So before we start saying if triangles are acute or obtuse, let's make sure it actually is a triangle first. Do you remember how we learned, I think we did markers. I gave y'all markers if you were in my class, and y'all put the markers together, and I gave you side links, and you tried to form a triangle out of them?
Yeah.
So remember when we did that,
Doesn't it have to be bigger than the bottom?
exactly. So here's the bottom, here's the two sides. Would those make a triangle?
No.
They can't reach, they can't reach. So these two need to be greater than that third one so that it can reach each other. Let's try, let's make sure we remember. This is not in your notes. With these, I give you these sides of a triangle, 1, 2, 3. Would that form a triangle?
No.
Add the two smallest ones. 1 plus 2
It's 3.
is 3.
So it's
So the problem is, by the time they reach, oh, I can't reach, I can't reach, I can't reach. But by the time they reach, it would collapse. And that would not be a triangle. That's not a triangle. Try that one. 4, 5, 6.
it's 9. So
Would that be a triangle? What's 4 plus 5? 9. That's bigger than 6. It will reach. Check. 1.4, 1.2, and 2.6. Would that form a triangle? Add the two smallest. Add them. What do you get?
2.6.
End of class, I guess. Maybe next time, the end of the day. Okay, so they equal. It's going to collapse. Not a triangle. Try this last one. 60, 14, and 48. Add the two smallest.
It's 62.
So barely. It barely makes it, right? 14 plus 48 is 62. So they're going to reach, but they're just barely going to reach. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Now we're back to your notes. Acute, obtuse, or right. The greatest thing that I need you to do, the most important thing is every time I want you to find the biggest number and I want you to circle it, because that's C. Just go to the next one. Find the biggest one and circle it. That's C. Find the biggest one, circle it. That's C. And then on number 4, I don't know what the biggest one is. Is it 7? Is it square root 12? What is square root 12? What is the square root of 12? Oh, so 7 is definitely the biggest. Okay. Okay, now I want you should be making 2 columns. You should have your C squared column and your A squared plus B squared column. C squared has to come first. Good, good. You won't have it on your worksheet though. All right, let's start it. 13 squared.
169.
Yep. 12 squared plus 5 squared.
Same.
144 plus 25. 169.
Acute, obtuse, or right.
This is
Right.
When they equal,
69.
it is a right triangle. So number 1, that's a Pythagorean triple. That's a right triangle. Okay, Brett, help me out. Number 2, what's 15.8 squared?
249.
Okay. 12.2 squared plus 10 squared. 12.2 squared plus 100. $248.
248.
That's close. I don't care what it is exactly. All I care is who's bigger, right? They're not equal. They're definitely not equal. All I care is who's bigger. 249 is bigger. Remember the sign? It eats the bigger number. Do y'all remember that? Like a Pac-Man thing? Eats the bigger number. Is that a greater than sign or a less than sign? Greater than. So this is obtuse. Obtuse. Greater. Nasia, help me out on the next one. 3 squared.
9.
Yay! Brett's like, she got an easy one. 2 squared plus 2 squared.
8.
Which one's bigger?
9.
C squared is bigger. That's a greater than sign. 2 obtuses in a row.
Yes, it is.
Ava, 7 squared.
49.
49. 4 squared plus 12 squared.
27. Or no, 28.
28. Okay.
15.
Does anyone need help on that one?
Wait a minute. Isn't it square root, not square?
Yeah. Because it's the square root. so
Yeah, it's a
wouldn't it
square
be-
root, not square.
Calm down.
It's like 17.
4 squared plus the square root of 12 squared.
Oh.
Ava was perfectly right. 16 plus, do you know what the square root of 12 squared is? It's 12. They cancel. when you square something and you square root it, they cancel. Ask your calculator what it is.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, I figured it out.
I know.
We all jumped on it and we were wrong.
Because
Okay, ready? Square root of 12 is 3.464.
yeah, that's
Squared
How I use that.
is 12. You have to square it. A squared plus B squared. You have to square it. To square it. You could have done this. Square root of 12. Then you have to get out, and then you could square it. You could have done that. Square root of 12 squared is dun, da, da, da,
You
12.
really don't have to get out because it gave me.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that works. So, we're back to this being the right answer. Which one's bigger? Obtuse again? Oh, well. What's up with that? I wanted you to think that it'd be acute and just guess acute, and then you'd be wrong. I'm just kidding.